afternoon, Jaguar fans. Welcome to Jaguars Sports Network, powered by High Level Media. Petey Norris, Craig Green here. Game 2 of our doubleheader as we welcome in the Trojans with a 14-3 overall record, 8-2 winners in the last 5. They're 4-0. The JCC Jaguars 4-8 overall, 2-2 in the month of January. The last time these two teams met in Fayetteville on November 19th, the Jaguars fell by 24, 97-73. But Coach Creasy and the Jags have a different approach to tonight's game against the Fayetteville Trojans. You'll have it right here on Jaguar Sports Network. Welcome aboard, Craig Green.
Thank you so much, Petey. Good to be back here. 2 minutes away from action. And again, just like you mentioned, this is a rematch from November 19th. The Jags did not have their best game that night, but this is a new Jaguars team, Petey. There's some additions to the team that weren't there in the first semester in Fayetteville. So let's see what Coach Creasy's side has in store for Fayetteville tonight. Can they level the season series, get a Region 10 win, and most importantly, get a split with Fayetteville here tonight?
Yeah, Jaguars definitely need to look forward to picking up a Region 10 win tonight. You don't want to fall too far in depth in the Region 10 play with just 5 weeks to go in the season. You know, it's already January 15th. Jaguars are here Sunday against Southwest Virginia, which is another powerhouse team, as Coach Brian Hurd and the Trojans have a good track record here in Selma, is dating back to many years as Coach Hurd and the Trojans. He has a rare dress squad here tonight. He's got 15 on the bench, and we're going to exactly see how Coach Hurd and the Trojans are going to try to get a season sweep of the Jaguars. But right now, Coach Creasy and the Jags are coming to the court with just 43 seconds away. We're going to send it to the PA announcer. Craig, any final thoughts for the Jaguars to get a win here tonight?
Stop Jaron Jones and Tristan Harkins. Those are the two guys that are double-digit scorers for the Trojans. Don't let people like Melquan Jackson and Key Edwards start contributing and feeling good about themselves. You need to put a stop to Jones and Harkins, and that's the best way, I think, for the Jags to come away with a W tonight.
Tristan Harkins, number 2, and Jared Jones, number 21. We'll hear those names called a few times tonight if you guys are home watching us on Jaguar Sports Network. We'll welcome you guys aboard to the Richard B. Harrison Gymnasium in Selma. Send it to the PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups in the national anthem.
Jaguars and Fayetteville Technical Community College Trojans. If you will, please stand with me as we do
Hey. I tell you, Craig, that's one guy the Trojans want to stop tonight because I feel a big game for Jaden Dunn tonight.
Jaden Dunn, again, it's a player that is a guy who is going to be hard for Fayetteville to guard tonight. We'll see if he comes out with his A game as you see the Jags being introduced. But again, you know, they want to get the bad taste out of their mouth from this past Sunday, taking a loss here to Central Carolina. And also even up the series with the Trojans. But I guess quickly we'll go with the starters for each side, PD. For the visiting Trojans, they're starting Tristan Harkins, 6'2" freshman from Fayetteville. David McCallum, a 6'3" sophomore from Durham. Melquan Jackson, 6'1" freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. Jaron Jones, 6' sophomore from Swansboro, North Carolina, and Aaron Randolph, 6'5" sophomore from Anderson, South Carolina, and Westside High School, coached by Brian Hurd, the Fayetteville Technical Community College Trojans.
Michael Linton will be jumping up against Aaron Randolph. And the first tip to the Trojans. And that was McCullum coming up with the tip. The Jaguars force a turnover. See how the Trojans set up in a full court press. If they do the same thing the women thing did. As Purdy brings it up, Dunn for the right elbow, and the Jaguars ahead 2-0.
You said it, PD. Jaden Dunn, a guy who looks like he's got fire in his eyes tonight, gets the scoring started for JCC. I thought Q Anderson may have established position outside the restricted area, but the referee decided not to and said Tristan Harkins drew the foul.
We'll see how Tristan Harkins can shoot it for the charity strike.
Let's go, Tristan.
Same way the Lady Trojans struggled for the charity stripe, the men are 50%.
An early full court press by the Trojans, PD, and they got what they wanted, which was a turnover.
Trojans moving the ball very well as Jones taking off the right side, and the Trojans with a 3-2 lead.
Again, Jaron Jones, one of the guys that the Jags need to stop. He averages 17 points a game. The straw that stirs the drink for FTCC.
Dunn with his 4th point.
2 for 2 in the early going. Turnover number 2 for the Trojans. After a travel, can't have that. Talk about the unforced errors, the silly mistakes, PD. Traveling is one of those things you just cannot really afford to do.
It's Tristan with the turnover. And Jones. Nice take by Jones to the hole. It's 5-4. Jaguars fight back. Anderson up and under, and it's good.
Q Anderson underneath, fighting, scrapping after that miss by Preddy.
Jackson trying to take Howard to the hole. Kicks it to Jones. Jones stops, pops, no, and Howard with the rebound. Just crossing the 17.5-minute mark here in the first half. Linton down low, nice feed. The Jaguars lead by 3.
Good pass by Anderson to find Linton camping down low. And great defense by Shakir Howard.
So the Jaguars answer back, and Jaguars, Elijah Purdy puts the Jaguars up by 5.
Coach Hurd does not like what he sees whatsoever, because here comes 5 new Trojans into the game. Another turnover.
Linton, perfect. And the Jaguars ahead 12-5.
This is the hot start that JCC wanted and needed. Here's a momentum stopper right here where the referees have to correct the clock and the scoreboard. And that allows this line change like hockey to take place. Again, the entire starting 5 has been benched by Coach Brian Hurd.
So we see Pitts, Moncrief, Green, along with
Jaden Pitt, yep,
Edwards,
just like you said.
and Vincent.
Key Edwards, another guy who you can't get going. He's one of their better reserve players off the bench, averaging 9 points a game.
Pitts goes to the corner to Vincent. Vincent inside to Green, and Green turns it over. Jaguars lead 12-5. And Q Anderson, one too many steps.
Started moving with his feet before he put the ball on the floor. Golden opportunity right there for the Jags to really put the pressure on the Trojans early in this game, but unfortunately Q Anderson traveled.
Moncrief calls out a play coming up the court. Looks inside to Green. Out to the corner. Great defense by the Jaguars. Working the perimeter. Moncrief drives. Finds his man baseline. Green, and Green was fouled by Q Anderson. With a block.
Impeded the ball carrier's progress to the basket, but not in the act of shooting, so going to take it out on the side. That's 2 for Q Anderson. And we see.
Looking to check in. Nice pass. Unable to convert, but Green. Jaleel Green. Getting the Trojans back on the board, 12-7. Pretty. Guarded tightly by Edwards. And Pretty lobs one up, and Linton there to clean it up.
3 for 3 Linton is, and a nice pass from Preddy to find him. Again, camping underneath the basket.
Trojans trailing. Mid-range. Bounce, and right in the hands of the Jaguars. 14-7. Jaguars looking to extend the lead on this possession. Purdy inside to Linton, who's hot. Jaden Dunn's 3 is off the mark, but Q Anderson fighting, and Anderson pulls down the offensive board in a putback. 16-7.
2 rebounds already for Q Anderson. He's having a big impact on this game. 4 points and 2 boards for the sophomore.
Pitts inside to Jaleel. Jaleel with 4 points.
Nice smooth hook shot by Jaleel Green. Preddy jab stepping like he wanted that 3, but defenders close out on him.
Back out to Purdy on the right wing. Flush it home.
He waited, he was patient, got the shot he wanted in the space he needed, launched, fire, and it's a 3 for JCC.
Trojans continue to struggle on offensive boards as Nigel Vincent is able to get the offensive board in a putback. 19-11.
Refs allowing some contact early on.
This type of game, you definitely going to want some contact. As Purdy looking for the shot. Cross-court pass. The gun and a steal. Here comes Edwards. A slider home. Edwards tries to electrify the crowd of Fayetteville within 6.
What an athletic play on both ends of the floor by Key Edwards. I mean, he jumped in the passing lane out of nowhere and then elevated with the hops and flushed the deuce.
Linton inside, and Linton's fouled.
Late whistle, but again, the Jags will take it. Foul on Jaleel Green. It's his first.
We got a media timeout. 19-13, Jaguars open up with a hot hand controlled by Michael Linton in the post. Welcome back to Jaguar Sports Network. Jaguars lead 19-13. Biggest lead for the Jaguars, 16-7. As hot hands of Michael Linton will shoot 2. Coming out of the media timeout. First free throw rims out. As it's been a struggle for Michael Linton this season from the charity stripe. Second free throw flushes right through the net.
Smooth as butter. And referee's asking for an adjustment. Got quiet in this gym for a moment as everything was reset. Jags up by a touchdown, PD. Can they increase the lead?
Nice pass inside and for the cutting Jones. Jaron Jones cutting right to the basket, as he must not like what he's heard on the bench from Coach Hurd. It's back within 5. Purdy inside to Howard and back out. Linton in and out on the shot. Pulling down a rebound is Melquan Jackson. Left side 3 by Harkins. Big man down low, could not connect. They're fighting for it and throwing up a shot off the left side is David McMullen.
And McCallum got that one to fall. Offensive boards important for both games. Last game and this game, JCC needs to crash the boards and keep them going 1 and out.
Picking up the ball is Jackson, straight to the hole.
Just like that, it's a 1-point
10-1
game.
run. Trojans within 1. 12 minutes of action left in the first half. Howard trapped off in that 2-3 zone, and Gregory right in the hands of Gregory.
It's turnover number 5 for the Jags. Sloppy basketball has led to their lead being diminished down to just a single point But the Jags can get it back here with just a positive defensive possession. There you go. Rebound, Shakir Howard.
Howard. Jags capitalize on the three. Shooters roll. And it falls for Gregory.
That's what you need if you're Jaden Gregory.
Jaron Jones straight go to the hole, puts up a shot, and it's
and then Gregory got that rebound.
Linton with the rebound and a put up, and Linton.
Michael Linton having a really nice first half, Pete. He's up to 9 points.
9 of the team's 25. Howard on great defense. Melquan Jackson, Howard got a piece of, Dunn got a piece of it, but it had enough power to get through. It's 25-21.
Shifty move by Jackson to avoid the defense of Dunn, able to get it up and under and around.
Dunn inside of Linton. Linton mismatch with Jaron Jones, unable to connect. Pulling down the rebound is McMullen.
Not a bad shot by Linton, just didn't connect.
Big man down low, Joel. Not Joel Embiid.
Mungani cleaned up the mess from McCallum and was able to convert. First 10 minutes in, PD, Jags to hold the 2-point advantage. They're doing all the work necessary to hold this game, but Dunn misses and then gets his own rebound and lets it squirt out of bounds.
25-23. McLean checks in, Howard out. Anderson in for the Jags. Jags lob it into Purdy. Purdy off the right elbow, too flat. Here come the Trojans, pushing it in the front court. McCullum guarded tightly by Q Anderson. Jaron Jones straight to the hole. We saw an avenue and we're tied. The avenue straight to the hole. And
Jones is quick and he's smooth, and he looked every bit of it right there on that layup.
25-25. 9:29 left. First half. We're going to take it with them. Out of the 25, see what Coach Creasy has in store out of the timeout. Led by as many as 9. Now we're knotted at 5. Knotted at 25.
Yeah, Key Edwards, the guilty party, tagged for the foul. Jags will have it underneath their basket in a tie game. Underneath the Trojan basket, that is, as Michael Linton converts, gets his 11th point of the first half.
What I say, Dave?
11 of the team's 27. Jaguars giving loose defense against the Trojans, but opening up that middle, so Jaron Green loves that avenue straight to the paint. Michael Linton, 13 of the team's 29.
Fighting hard, working hard, and it's paying off.
Key Edwards picks up the loose ball rebound and goes up strong.
He cleaned up Vincent's mess. Ball tapped right into his fortunate hands. Oh, look at that.
Mid-range.
Look at that stroke by Elijah Preddy. So purty.
Pretty is pretty shots. Vincent looking for something to open up inside to Green. Vincent takes himself, kicks it to Green in the corner. Quiets the crowd.
Jaron Jones feeling it. He's up to 10 points himself. And now Coach Brian Hurd saying, let's press on here. We're not talking about press on nails. We're talking about the full court press.
Brady with the spin, and we have a foul. That's Rayvon Moncrief. With the foul. 7:42 left, 31-29.
Just like the last game, PD, the women's game, it's been a tight contest here in the early going. Neither team with a distinct advantage.
Nice pass inside to Gregory and finds Jaden Dunn flashing from the other side, and Dunn makes it 33-29.
Good look by Gregory to find Jaden Dunn cutting to the rim.
Moncrief is fouled, so he'll shoot.
Only the second team foul, or third team foul actually on JCC, so no real threat of being in the bonus. Thus far, they played some pretty clean defense. But Moncrief at the line now.
Moncrief makes it a 3-point game.
Again, PD, this Jags team that's on the floor tonight, there was no Thomas Sims, there was no Jaden Gregory, no Devin Emerson. When they play, yeah, exactly. So, whole new dynamic to this team that Coach Brian Hurd has to deal with. A lot of unknowns. As we see Emmanuel McLean in the game.
McLean over to Gregory. Great defense by Green, but finds Pretty for the baseline jumper. Anderson fighting forward and coming out with it, the Trojans. Moncrief flashes, kicks it to Green on the left wing. Green pulls it back out, 23 on the shot clock as he looked to Coach Hurd. Green drives and has the ball stabbed out. Here come the Jaguars, 2-on-3. Purdy stops, in and out, and it falls through.
Don't know if anybody caught it on the camera, but Preddy nearly lost the basketball, able to regather it, rise, fire, and hit.
35-30, everything's working right for the Jags. Got a media timeout, 35-30, Jags lead the Trojans on Jaguar Sports Network. 5:30, Jaguars and Trojans squaring off here for Selma, North Carolina. Jaguar Sports Network. PD Doors, Craig Green, bringing you coverage of tonight's action. Then all Jaguars this opening tip, led by as many as 9. The Trojans were able to tie it up at 25, but Jaguars on a 10-5 run since the 11-minute mark. Trojans, Key Edwards over to Moncrief. Moncrief looking to take Howard to the hole. Kicks it. Vincent back out to the corner. Key Edwards straight to the hole and unable to flush it through.
That man-to-man defense really bothering the Trojans.
Michael Linton puts up a shot. I don't know why he put up a shot like that. The certain shot does not fall in Selma. No circus here. Moncrief stops mid-range and fighting and going off of Key Edwards.
Bouncing around, nobody could control it. Ends up back in the hands of JCC, who has a possession arrow and has held it since the opening tip-off.
Howard up and under, draws the foul as Howard.
And Joel Mungani can't believe it. He's saying, I went straight up, I didn't foul him.
As the way Howard, went up on Mungani, that's where Mungani drew the foul. And so I have Tristan Hawkins along with Jaleel Green checking in. Howard makes the first, and that's Howard's first
point of the game. And Howard 1 point with 3 rebounds so far. Make it 2 and 3.
7-point lead.
To this point, PD, the first 15 minutes, very impressive by JCC. They've controlled the pace, they've controlled the contest, and they control the scoreboard.
5:09 left, 14 on the shot clock. Driving his steps on the baseline. The turnover.
Key Edwards wasted a power dunk right there.
Key Edwards will have a seat as Jaden Pitts steps up midcourt and meets Jaden Dunn. Dunn taking a left baseline. Pulling it back out to Howard. Howard, great defense on Howard. Howard inside of Lincoln. And is stabbed out by Jaleel. Inside of Jaleel Green, and he goes up with a soft touch.
He found the big man down low. He's got the size advantage, just turned around, easy kiss off the glass.
Dunn, right elbow jump shot. Fighting for the rebound and coming out with it, Nigel Vincent. Should have had Hawkins. Hawkins, Jaleel Green gets his own rebound and is stripped. Great defense by Singleton. Three by Jaden. That hurts if you're the Fayetteville Trojans. If you get with this striking distance, you give up a 3. Back to an 8-point lead and a missed layup on the other end by Aaron Randolph.
And you can see the frustration on his face as he just kissed off the front of the rim and unable to fall, but Jaden Dunn answers. And it's starting to get a little troublesome over here on the Fayetteville bench.
Biggest lead, 10, 42-32. 3:26 mark is stripped.
Really good defense so far by the Jags during this sequence. A hit on the knee. That was the call as Jaleel Green going to the line for 2.
Jaleel Green checks it. Misses the first. (42-32) Green struggled on the first. Makes the second. We got a 30-second timeout. 9-point advantage. Jaguars way on Jaguar Sports Network. Timeout. He didn't like what he seen after the made free throw by Jaleel Green and set up in a full court press as Purdy to Dunn. Looked at breaking in the backcourt. And it's Green. Jaron Jones with the steal and a putback.
Can't have the turnovers. Got to protect the basketball here. You got a good lead. There's a second one back to back.
5-point lead. Dunn, nice drop off to Linton, and Linton converts.
Way to get it right back. Kind of keep your momentum going in the right direction. Up, scoop, and under, Petey. That was nicely done by Aaron Randolph.
Jaguars in the corner, Singleton.
Big three by Singleton, wearing number 3. Hits a 3 for JCC.
47-39. That's the Trojans' first 3 tonight. Coming up empty is Aaron Randolph. Great move by Purdy. Jaron Green drives, and it's nice block by Singleton as he's able to stuff McCullum. Jaden Dunn straight to the hole, and he's getting a little piece of it to Jaleel Green. Jaron Jones kicks it. 3 by Randolph, and looks in the corner, McCullum. McCullum on that baseline, wide open, no defender.
Second chance opportunities have helped the Trojans close this gap.
Purdy kicks it to Howard, and it's...
Thought that went off the hand of Aaron Randolph, but I guess not.
Key Edwards checks in for Jaleel Green. As Aaron Randolph will have a seat as Melquan Jackson checks in. Tristan Harkins has not seen much action, much on the offensive boards tonight. McCullum in the corner 3.
Left wide open. And again, Fayetteville Tech fighting their way back into this game. Just a 3-point contest now.
Singleton.
Big 3-pointer.
2 big threes for Singleton on the offensive side. Singleton. Way to step out on the defense, but you can't let Jaron Jones blow past you. Done. Inside of Linton.
Oh.
Linton missed the easy bunny.
They're going to tag McLean with the foul.
Manuel McLean with his first. Elquan Jackson a little out of control from my view.
Also thought I saw McLean's feet firmly planted.
Jaden Gregory will check in. Check in for Howard. 3-point game, 13 seconds. First half. (50-48). The Jaguars still keep the lead. Going into half with 8 on the clock. Jaden Byrne. And the Jaguars lead 50-48 with the ball does not fall for McCollum. And the Trojans, they trail by 2, but it's trailed by as many as 13 in the first half. Jaguars lead 50-48 over the Trojans at halftime here in Selma. PD Norris, Craig Green here bringing you coverage of tonight's action on Jaguars Sports Network. Take a look at it inside the box for the first half. The Jaguars shooting an impressive 63%. The Trojans shooting 56%. The Jaguars shooting 55%. The rebounds, the Trojans with 18. Turnovers, Jaguars with 9, Trojans with 8. That can tell you right there, Craig, how this game is so close. But the Jaguars shooting, 8 more percent than the, Trojans. But, the biggest thing is free throws. Jaguars only shot 4 free throws. Trojans has shot 7. So, a lot of back and forth basketball here in the first half. And, the tail of the second half is, can the momentum still stay way of the Jaguars?
Absolutely. What they need to do is crash the boards a little harder and control the basketball. That's what got Fayetteville Tech back into this contest. Again, like you mentioned, PD, it's 18-13 on the boards and 8 turnovers to 9 for that of JCC. Again, we always talk about protecting the balls, respecting the ball. Jags have done a fantastic job in the first half of shooting and played well offensively. But again, just need to pick up the pace defensively. Chase these three-point shooters away. Don't let these Trojans slash and dash to the basket. I mean, we've seen guys like Edwards and Jones get kind of whatever they want going towards the rim. And unfortunately for the Jags, again, they had a 7-point lead early on, 12-5. They've seen that dissipate. It's just a 2-point lead here at the half. But a much better performance tonight than they had in Fayetteville the first time around. Coach Creasy doing a fantastic job keeping these guys motivated, doing the right rotations, putting the right 5 guys on the floor, and getting results as a result of that.
All right, individual box scores per player. Craig, go ahead and lead away with the Jaguars.
Jags led in scoring by Michael Linton. He had a hot first half, 15 points for Michael Linton. Then after that, Elijah Preddy and Jaden Dunn each with 9. Singleton finished with 6 points in the first half, followed by Q Anderson with 4. Jaden Gregory hit a 3, and Shakir Howard chipped in with 2. For Fayetteville Tech, trailing at the half 50-48, they were led in the first half by Jaron Jones with 14 points, followed by David McCollum, came on late with 7. He scored 5 of those in the final 10 minutes, followed by Melquan Jackson with 6 points. Jaleel Green also has 7. Can't forget about him. 4 points apiece for Nigel Vincent and Key Edwards as well. Rebounding edge, as you mentioned, PD, going to Fayetteville Tech by a margin of 18-13. And I think if we see the Jags close that margin and crash the boards a little bit harder, take advantage of the fact they have a lower center of gravity against some of these bigger Trojan players, be able to box them out, I think they're going to like what they see in the final 20 minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 3:40 away for starting the second half. We'll be back here with second half coverage of the Jaguars and the Trojans on Jaguars Sports Network. Second half about to start here. Selma, PD Doors, Craig Green here, bringing you coverage of the Jaguar Sports Network. See what the Jaguars and Trojans could do in the second half. The JCC Jaguars led the entire first half by as many as 10. We're at the 42-32 mark. 3:21 left in the first half. Jaguars jump out ahead on the Trojans. Trojans led early 3-2. They got to lead 5-4, and then it's been Jaguars since then. Here come the Jaguars and the Trojans. Starting the second half, 50-48. Crowd dwindling out here as the Lady Trojans went on the bus and head on home as they supported the men first half, but here goes the second half. Jaguars with the ball. Howards with the starters. Coach Creasy starting with the starters in the second half.
Jags fans had the bus blocked in, took the Trojans a little bit to get out of here.
See the play slowing down here in the first opening tempo. And it's off of Jaron Jones.
Turnover number 9 for the Trojans.
Jaguars with the ball as Q Anderson gets the inbounds from Jaden Dunn. The man, the myth, the legend of the hour that I said at the beginning of the game, the Jaguars need a hot hand from Dunn and Himmert. Purdy with 9, Michael Linton with 15 in the first half. Stop, pop, not like the popcorn as it falls out. Here come the Trojans. Ahead to Jones, and Jones is looking for the foul, but there to clean it up is Harkins. We're tied at 50.
Harkins was Johnny on the spot, clean up that mess. And now we're level at 50, just like you said, PD. Right back to where we started over 20-plus minutes ago. This has been a really good game between two teams who really battling for every possession.
Anthony Dunn. Dunn stops baseline. He's fouled by McCullum.
Looked like McCullum got a clean block there. You know, more often than not, they say the hand is an extension of the ball. And if that holds true, then McCullum got a clean block, but nevertheless, Jaden Dunn at the line for a couple.
Dunn makes the first. .32 left. Jaguars ahead 52-50.
Look at Shakir Howard right there at midcourt ready to defend. One-man half-court press with Shakir Howard.
Three on the way for Harkins. Harkins, 3 was short, but Trojans able to stay with the rebound. He set the shot clock to 20 as the officials for the far side. Nice pass inside as falling asleep was Q Anderson.
And McCallum, the ultimate opportunist, found his way underneath the basket to convert.
Dunn in traffic, pulls it back out with 13 on the clock.
Smart move. He tried to dribble through 2 defenders and got shut down.
Number 7, Howard, long 3, and it counted.
Big bucket for Shakir Howard.
Anderson with a rebound. Cleared out. Pretty. Not pretty enough to fall.
Almost got that roll. Q Anderson, 2 straight rebounds. This time after Jackson misses.
Dunn was all alone. Dunn, nice spin and take to the cup.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Ready, picking up defense on Jones. So move the ball around the perimeter. Jones, left wing 3, iced.
Yeah, nothing but net for Jaron Jones. He's up to 17 points.
17 of the team's 55. Big contributor tonight. We said that in the pregame. We would definitely.
Anderson looking for a foul call, wondering what in the world, how he can go up, be contacted so much, hit the floor, and not get the benefit of the call. Referees didn't see it. Results in a turnover.
Elquan Jackson answers back and ties it again.
One stop. Go.
Jags going to slow it down some here against this man-to-man defense. Looks more like a 3-2 zone now, Petey, kind of converting it.
Mid-range by Howard, in and out, but Q Anderson did fight with the rebound with Randolph, and Jaron Jones shot stripped. Preddy in the backcourt with Jones, rushing in the front court. Great defense by Jones. Preddy pulls it back out with 19 on the clock.
I like this matchup, Jones versus Preddy.
Preddy hands it off to Dunn. 9 on the shot clock, down low, Michael Linton. Don't take the man out of the game that put you in the game in the first half.
Jaden Dunn finds Linton, the leading scorer for JCC. A beautiful no-look pass, and Linton converts. He's now up to 17 points.
Crossing the 15-minute mark in the second half. That was Jackson.
Coach Creasy is wanting an explanation as to how Preddy can commit a similar foul to what Anderson had experienced, and this call goes against JCC versus the last time when Anderson did not receive the foul call himself.
Yes.
Emmanuel McLean coming back in for the Jags. Anderson will take a seat.
(59-58).
Now Gregory in. Here comes Michael Linton. Will take a well-deserved break, but I'm sure we'll be back pretty soon.
%100% on that trip. We're all knotted at 59.
Possessions at a premium here in the final 14:48. See both teams being really cautious, trying not to make a mistake.
Ready.
And coming across court, Jackson. Jones looking to dump it inside, but has nowhere to go. Moncrief with 13 on the clock now gives it up. 3 ball from the corner, no good by Moncrief. Offensive board chased down by Jones. Jones fading away and hits it against the defense of Jaden Dunn. So here comes, there's a turnover as Dunn was going across the court. Jackson can't convert. Offensive board goes to Nigel Vincent, and he can't convert.
We're still knotted at 61. Back and forth basketball here to final 13 minutes. And the Jaguars, pretty.
And equally pretty on the other end, Rayvon Moncrief spin move, gets it to go.
Ready. Get a screen by Howard. 13-17 left. Nice defense by the Trojans, but the Jaguars get a turnover. Trojans cannot get it. Once they fight back, and can't get ahead. So stop the
Shot clock set to 9. Referee saying that there was not a change of possession. It should not have been reset.
So 13:04 left. Want to take it with them. 63 all. All, just 13:04 left here in the second half. Long three by Gregory, and he's unable to convert. Here comes the Trojans with the chance to take the lead. This is to open in 2 minutes.
Got to see some lockdown defense here from JCC. Look how far out Gregory's guarding.
Wide open as you give Jaron Jones a distance. To make it pay.
Jones has 8 points in the second half.
Ready to Dunn in the corner. Does not fall. Jaguars come up with empty possession, trailing by 3.
Another big defensive possession here for the Jags. Can they get the stop? They do. They're being heavily out-rebounded right now, PD, 25-18. I think that's the reason for the season why they're down.
Preddy's shot is off the mark, too hard. Nice pass. No-look pass to Moncrief, and Moncrief.
What a pass. What a pass to Moncrief. And that got the Fayetteville Tech bench off their feet as this lead is increased to 5.
68-63, 5-point deficit, Jaguars.
Jaden Pitt's a little overzealous there with that pass. He put too much mustard on it. Results in a turnover. JCC dodging a bullet there. Could have went down even further. Because remember, in the women's game too, similar pattern where the game was tight, it got tied, then all of a sudden the Trojans went on a mighty run, albeit Trojan horse-like, where they deceptively went ahead of the Jags en route to victory.
Ready, driving, switches hands, goes reverse. It's 68-65.
Between two defenders. Very impressive by Elijah Preddy, slapping the floor. Commitment to defense.
Jones takes it to the hole. Right there to clean it up is Joel. 70-65, Trojans. Gregory straightaway three, and it's wraps around the rim and pops out. Vincent ahead to Moncrief. Back out to Pitts. Moncrief.
Man-to-man defense again for the Jags.
See that was Singleton and Michael Linton.
They're going to tag Pitts with the foul, saying that he didn't go straight up when Jaden was going towards the basket.
Dunn makes the first.
Big, big free throws. You've got to have these. You don't want to look around and say, you know, and try to figure out what was what. So
67.
a one possession game, Petey, and that's where the Jags want to be. Don't want to fall behind too far. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this clock, but you know, runs and lulls definitely happen.
Great defense, closeout defense for the Jaguars. 13 on the shot clock. Singleton, great defense on Vincent.
Oh, 7 on the shot clock. Bailed out. Singleton slapped the hand, but wasn't in the act of shooting. But again, just like you said, Petey, great lockdown defense. And McLean this time draws the foul on Jaron Jones. This in the act of shooting, nonetheless. I'd like to see these Jags fans make some noise and distract Jones from making these free throws. Kind of sitting on their hands.
Jones, textbook free throw. (71-67). Back to a 5-point lead.
Again, it goes back to defense. It goes back to defense, rebounding, and protecting the basketball.
Michael Linton camping out down on that right block.
He's having a great game, Petey.
Shooter's roll and it falls for Nigel Vincent. Six-point lead, biggest lead for the Trojans. But ice is running through the veins of that man right there, Michael Linton. (75-71), 3 by Pitts, and Pitts coming up short. We have it over to back.
Count that as a defensive stop for JCC, as Mangani guilty of pushing behind and jumping over the back. Got to go with your hot hands here if you're the Jags. Jaden Dunn and Michael Linton.
Gregory backdoor flashing was Singleton. 8 minutes. 4-point game. 3 team fouls each. Gregory's 3 is off the mark, and Jaron Jones leaping with the rebound. Push it ahead. Nice take for Jaden Pitts.
What a tough basket by Pitts. Hit the floor between 2 defenders, still got it to go.
Jaron Jones ahead tonight to Rayvon Moncrief. It's 79-71, just like that with 30 seconds off the clock. They'll take it with them, 79-71. Fayetteville leads the Trojans. Trojans lead the Jaguars, the Jaguars Sports Network. Here come the Jaguars on offense, trailing by 8. Biggest lead for Fayetteville. A lot of movement on the court for the Jaguars. Backdoor cut. And Linton stole the pass, and Linton draws the fouls. The pass was intended for Jaden Gregory.
You know, PD, I think that was really designed. That backdoor cut by McLean, I think that was designed to really clear out space for Linton to operate down low. Got to have this free throw right here.
Michael Linton making both free throws.
Man-to-man defense again by the Jags.
Singleton right on Jaron Jones. Singleton, great defense, staying straight up. And Jones.
You can't ask for anything more from Alvin Singleton right there. I mean, he did everything necessary. Jaron Jones still made the shot. Look at Q Anderson battling.
$81-75.
Unofficially, PD, Jags are stuck on 20 rebounds. They've been heavily out-rebounded 30-20.
Got a media timeout, 81-75. 2:58 left, second half. Trojans lead the Jaguars by 6. Biggest lead 9, but it's all Jaguars fighting back. Petey Norris, Craig Green. Best seat in Selma right here at the Richard B. Harrison Gymnasium.
Not a lot of places in the world I'd rather be than right here sitting next to you in beautiful Joco.
81-75, just crossing the 6-minute mark. Can the Jaguars fight back from being down by as many as 9 to get the dub here? Michael Q Anderson fighting down low, and Q Anderson coming out with 2 straight boards and 4 straight points.
And actually 4 straight rebounds for Q Anderson that he's grabbed for JCC. I mean, still trailing mightily on the boards, but the effort is there.
Five on the shot clock.
Wow, they really called the block on Anderson. Hit the floor hard. Again, I guess the restricted area means nothing. But good to see both players get up and that they're okay. Anderson took a hard fall with Moncrief on top of him. Almost kind of like a cross body block you'd see here in this building on another night with when pro wrestling's here at the Richard B. Harrison Gymnasium.
81-77, Moncrief to the line. Makes the first. $82-77.
Clock was running that whole time. They have to go to media and see what they have. The whole time he was down.
Looks like they're trying to get the clock fixed.
$83-77. 5:22 left.
Just 2 possessions separates the Jags and the Trojans. But the Jags can't get the bucket when they need it.
This Preddy's shot was off the mark. Jaron Jones. Out top to Randolph. Randolph, nice take to the hole. Got timeout Trojans. They lead by 8, 85-77. 85-77, 4:51 left. Trojans with the 8-point advantage in the closing 5 minutes. Dunn has been off this second half as
Hey, 33, 33.
coming up short every opportunity. Great looks. Cannot fall. Leave them all alone. David McCullum will punish you. 10-point lead.
What is that? Is that right? He's smart. What we just tell you down here?
Looks like the foul's on Edwards. The Trojans have quietly built a double-digit lead. Jags have gone cold. Untimely misses. The iron has gone unkind for the Jaguars. Until then.
Mike, open up. Mike, go ice the screens. We're not icing the screens. We're staying in front. He's out there. He's not going to hurt you out there. Open up.
That's the play that the Jags needed to help themselves get back into this contest. And making free throws as well as Preddy converts. But they've got to get a stop, Petey, and they've got to turn it into something positive for themselves. That's been the tough part. And that's why this lead has ballooned to 7. Every time JCC gets a stop or thinks they have a stop, he totally traveled right there as Aaron Randolph must have thought he was a genie on a magic carpet. He tried to float his way from the three-point line to the free throw line.
Gotta love it. 87-80 Jaguars with the chance.
I guess he's a Trojan. He was riding the chariot from the three-point line. And everyone fell asleep, forgot all about Jaden Dunn.
Great double screen by Q Anderson. Top of the key to give Dunn the wraparound. And Dunn makes the first. 87-81.
Dunn looking for his 17th point, and he got it.
5-point game. Trojans trying to slow it up.
Dare I say now, PD, this is crunch time.
Jaguars need a turnover, some type badly here. 3 from the corner, nothing but nylon.
That cat and mouse offense worked out to perfection. Just keep passing it around, make the Jags chase the shooter. They couldn't chase everybody down, and Key Edwards knocks down a huge clutch three-pointer.
It's a full timeout. We're going to take away the 90-82. by 8 with 3:13 left. Craig, can the Jaguars bounce back, or was that a dagger?
They can do it, but it's going to take a Herculean effort right now because it seems like every time the Jags get close, the Trojans knock down a big bucket, get a clutch stop. Something happens in their favor that keeps the Jags at a distance. But in the final 3 minutes, it can all be washed away. As I was saying, it can all be washed away if they can execute here down the stretch. As again, we have a correction needed to be made at the scorers table.
90-82, Jaguars trail by 8 with 3:01 left. .306 left, 8-point game. Jaguars with the ball.
Linton trying to establish position. He wants the ball badly. He thinks he's got a mismatch against Key Edwards. Feed it to him. He's right there. He's asking for it.
Hugh Anderson calls a timeout after a made bucket. 90-84. Craig, we're going to stay right here after a timeout by Coach Creasy. Jaguars fighting back. It's just like the first half. That's what the Trojans had to do. Every time they got close, the Jags would pull away.
This time around, they can reverse that curse. Just got to come down here, play some solid defense. They did a good job the last time down the floor. They just couldn't finish off that possession. About 3 or 4 more seconds, they would have had a turnover. But instead, they couldn't keep up with the ball movement of the Trojans and allowed a big three to be hit. But I think this time it's going to take some full court press. Do not, no rest, no quarter. Perhaps not even guarding the inbounds pass, committing 5 defenders to the 4 potential ball handlers for the Trojans waiting for the inbounds pass. I think that might be the strategy that Coach Creasy employs.
See what Coach Creasy drew up on the defensive side.
And there it is, Shakir Howard looking up the floor like the linebacker on offense. Now he's going to go guard the inbounds.
Inbound into Randolph. Randolph over to Harkins.
What I don't like about guarding the inbounds is that you potentially leave somebody open down the floor. Now,
Ready with the fouls. Linton will check in.
is this a Hackaquan we're doing right here? Because he just completely grabbed the arm of the defender to stop him. Perhaps it's just to get the right defensive lineup out there for the Jags as well.
A 3 from the corner by Harkins. Making a 9-point game, 93-84. Green ahead, lays it up, and that game is academic. That point right there made it academic with a turnover and a stop. 2 minutes ago, 11-point game. Howard forcing up a shot. Hugh Anderson with a putback. The Jags call a timeout, up by 9 with inside 2 minutes.
Sinclair Broadcast Group Incorporated.
timeout. Jaguars on defense trail by 9.
Good defense by Howard to kick the ball away.
4, 4, 4, 4.
Michael Linton with the foul.
And again, we see it right there, Hakaquan. Doing whatever they can to slow this game up. Jags in the bonus so far, Trojans are not. And we just heard Coach Brian Hurt say he wants a timeout to talk over this next offensive possession. Is it possible, PD, that he may pull Melquan Jackson out of the game to avoid him being fouled again?
A chance, only 9 seconds off the clock since the last time out. This is how Coach Creasy plays. Loves to stop the momentum of the game. Loves to switch it up and try to get the players, because right now the Jags need to shoot. Jags, they need help by, obviously Fayetteville Tech 1 and out, 1 and done, but Fayetteville Tech right now is not going to force up any shot like the Jags are.
Yep, hoping that they're going to make a couple of mistakes here to open a door for themselves. I mean, also you can clearly see Coach Creasy wanting to muck it up a little bit, slow the game down, perhaps maybe try to find a golden goose here in the last $1.50, down by 9. So that's foul number 7.
Let's send McCullum to the line.
All important 1-and-1 here. Coach Creasy gambling, see if he can get the Trojans to miss, and that's exactly what he got. Not sure whether or not feeding Linton inside. He's been asking for it for quite some time, and
This
I thought.
match, Linton's getting guarded by Key Edwards.
Here we go again. Hakaquan, 3rd foul on Melquan Jackson in the last of the last 4 committed. This one will go against Linton. So Anderson will sit, and here comes Singleton to take his place.
$95-86, 1:18 left.
Again in the 1-and-1, PD. Not where you want to be in the final minute and a half. Down by double digits now.
You hear a mouse run across the court. It's so quiet in here. It's an 11-point game.
It appears to be slipping away from the Jags. They need a really big bucket here and another stop. That'll open the door. They finally tried to feed Linton, and it's turned over. The Hakaquan-a-thon continues as Alvin Singleton
Picks up the foul with 64 seconds left. 64 seconds could take 64 days.
especially in a tight contest. But I think if Jackson makes these 2 free throws here, you may see the strategy change to something else a little more drastic. And Jackson has hit 5 consecutive free throws, PD. And not sure if he's the guy you really want to foul, to be honest with you. I mean, right now he's standing at 7 of 7 from the line on the game. Tried the announcer's jinx, and it didn't work.
99-86. Done. A timeout. Jaguars, 99-88. Point game, Fayetteville Tech Trojan lead the JCC Jaguars. 11-point game, 57.7 on the clock as Harkins come into play, and the Jaguars in a full court press. Should have done that 8.5 minutes ago. As here come the Jaguars. And bucket's going to count as it's a 9-point game.
We got one.
Not over yet. But it's going to take perfection to get this lead cut down and tie this game up. Oh, and Melquan Jackson called for the block. Late turnover here, giving the Jags a little bit of a door to try to sneak through here to maybe get themselves inside, to be within a possession here. I mean, 99-90 with 39.7 on the clock. A lot to ask, but it can be done if the right amount of mistakes are made by FTCC. There's a mistake right there by the Jags. Got to have these free throws in crunch time.
Need Jaden Dunn to make this one. 8-point game. Vincent.
Preddy will be tagged with that foul. Coming back the other way now. Still a 1-and-1 situation for Nigel Vincent. So see the clear strategy by Jay Creasy, completely slow this game down to a halt, to a screeching halt, and make the Trojans knock down free throws. Yeah, I stand corrected. It's actually a 2-shot foul now.
We got 100 on the board. 191. And Preddy's shot is off the mark and fighting for it. 27.2.
That will pretty much do it. Possession arrow resides with JCC, but down by 9 with 27 seconds to go, and you're still playing defense.
Get it in bounds to McCullum. McCullum trapped off in the backcourt. Why would the officials even call that call?
They knew exactly what Dunn was trying to do. They're going to award it. So Jaron Jones with a chance now on the line to, as we say here in the broadcasting world, put this baby to bed.
Good night. As we're a 10-point lead. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight for the doubleheader. We had 1 hour and 49 minutes. We crossed 1 hour and 50 minutes in this game right here. For a 40-minute action, took an hour and 50 minutes. A lot of back and forth, Craig, and a lot of whistles and a lot of plays and another whistle for 12.6 on the clock. 102 to 91, 12.6 on the clock. We'll see how long this 12 seconds take to get off the clock.
Valiant effort by JCC tonight. You know, just not enough at the end to get over the hump, get the win, even the series up. Got to give credit to Coach Hurd and his team. Fought through the adversity, fell down early, had a really slow start. And got to say it here in the second half, Coach Hurd outcoached Coach Creasy, and that's not the main reason. I mean, the players have to do it themselves on the floor, but
got a timeout. JCC as they trail 102 to 91. We want to stay right here. Tonight's action, the ladies lost in the earlier action, 73 to 63. In the boys game, it's 102 to 92. See if the Jaguars, next up is Sunday as the Guilford Tech Titans match up with the ladies side, and the men's side, it's Southwest Virginia. Come here and match up with them, the boys game. We'll have it right here, starting at 2 o'clock with the girls, 4 o'clock with the boys, and then we'll be off for a couple nights. And then we'll be right back here to end January right here in Selma. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a great action, doubleheader. Thank all you Jaguar fans, all you Trojan fans for sticking around. You got plenty of opportunities to watch other sporting events, but you watch tonight's action on JCC Jaguar Sports Network. As the Jaguars and the Trojans battling here in Selma. 9:30 at night on this January 18th. 12 seconds left, the Trojans. Jaguars foul once again with 8.4 on the clock.
they're going to play it all the way down to the end here. It's a good fight, good hustle, good run by the Jags. Again, just couldn't get the buckets they needed at the end.
Creasy cannot draw up the 12-point play. So now the Trojans extend the lead, 103 to 92 with 8.6 on the clock. Okay, it took 3 minutes for 4 seconds to come off the clock with the timeout in real time, as McCollum makes both. 104-92. This be the final shot, or the Trojans get the final shot as the final tonight, 104-92, as the Trojans defeat the Jaguars. 104-92 is your final. Took us 1 hour and 53 minutes to conclude this game. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on behalf of High Level Media and the Jaguar Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in tonight. Your final score, 104-92. Back here Sunday as the Jaguars suit up to play this Southwest Virginia. And the girls game kicking off at 2 o'clock as the girls look to take on the Titans from Guilford Tech. Good night and God bless. Thank you all for visiting Jaguar Sports Network. Good night.